So I'm married, but I want a sugar daddy also. What do you mean he still lets his ex-girlfriend lend his car?
I testify for you. I do that 3-4 times again. I testify for you. I told I like you, that bitch. I do it all that I'm around. You scared of you. I'm not. Long as you joking now in for me, I ain't got it. My bitch skin, do it. I ain't your bodies. Long as you dreaming about me, ain't no problem. I don't got nobody just with you right now. Tell the truth, I look better under you. I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I snooze and miss the moment? You just too important. Nobody like you do.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another episode of Keeping Up with Coco. If you are new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and follow me on Instagram at Birkin Coco. You know how to spell Birkin, and you know how to spell Coco. As you can tell from the title of this video, we are doing a what would Coco do video. So basically, I asked you guys to give me scenarios or things that are going on in your lives so that I could give you my best advice and tell you what I would do if I was in your position. I know y'all bitches have some shit going on in life, okay? You could use some advice. So, you know, instead of asking me how to ask a man for money, which was something that I already talked about on my channel, y'all needed to ask me some serious things, but some of you guys decided to take the opportunity I gave for you to ask me, whether it's like a sugar daddy situation or something with work or just something more important. You guys did not ask. Some of you guys were like, how do I get a man to buy me this? Like, how do I get this man to pay for my rent? I've talked about that so many times. You can't get a man to do something. It's either he wanted to do it or he was going to do it from the beginning. That makes him do it, right? So if you have a man that you're dating and you want him to do something for you, you simply have to ask, and there are only going to be two answers, either no or yes. There is no making him to do something. The best way to find out your answer is by simply asking him. I don't think I can say that in any other way. So, let's see. Person said how to make $500 fast. Girl, either hop on OnlyFans or go sell some cat. Like, yeah, I would go outside. I would go freestyle. Find a man who's super like touchy-dovey all over you and be like, listen, it's gonna cost you $500. It's gonna cost you $1,000. And boom, there you go. You made $500. You made $1,000. What would Coco do if she was 21 again? Ooh, if I was 21, I would not have been on second arrangement when I was 21. I would have went straight to the nitty-gritty, straight to the business, straight to where the real funds are at, okay? I would have been making a whole lot more money around that time if I was just, you know, keeping it strictly professional. I would have started freestyling too at 21, like way earlier than I did, because I really didn't start freestyling until I was 23. So I definitely would have started freestyling earlier on, like 21. If an ex-boyfriend asked for money he borrowed you back, girl, I would block his number. Excuse me? He's an ex. He's an ex for a reason. You don't owe him anything, okay? If you guys are no longer together and he's asking for money that you had asked from him, I would block his number if you really don't want to give him the money back. But if you feel as though you guys are friends and, you know, you feel as though you might need to borrow money from him again in the future, I would recommend you give him the money so that the next time you need money, when you ask him for money, he trusts you enough to give you the money. Because if you block his number and not give him the money, chances are if you're ever in need of money and you ask him, he's not going to give it back to you. This one's crazy, okay? She said, what would Coco do if he planned a date but he forgot and acts as though nothing happened and leaves you dressed? Girl, I would block his number and never talk to him again. Are you kidding me? How do you forget a date with a beautiful woman? Ask acts like nothing happens, doesn't cancel nothing, and he just leaves you dressed. I hope you didn't freaking show up to the restaurant. I don't get dressed until I know the man's on the way. Like, I'll shower, I might do my little skincare. To be honest with you, I don't even put makeup until the date has been confirmed. So to be dressed and be left dressed is crazy to me, because you didn't get any confirmation from him that you guys were still going on a date. You didn't text him to get confirmation. This is a question mark, because I would like to know, did you text him to see if the date was still happening? Like, why would you get dressed knowing that this man didn't tell you that he was on the way, or he didn't confirm the date? Personally, for me, I would not be getting dressed, put in makeup. Makeup is expensive. Like, when I go to Sephora, it's $1,000. So I'm not about to use my products to waste my time, like to sit waiting for a man that's never gonna show up. So I always wait to make sure that I get a confirmation. If he shows up and I need an additional 10-15 minutes because I didn't start getting dressed till he was on his way, that's better to me than sitting dressed and waiting for a man. That is crazy. Block his number, never talk to him again. What would Coco do after the second date? After a second date, I feel like at this point, this is when you start testing his generosity. This is where you start coming up with things that you might need help with. It's like, oh, my back hurts, I need a massage. Can you treat me to a massage? Oh, I'm on my way to Sephora. Oh, I need my nails done. I need my hair done. Like, you start asking for little things. I always advise not to ask for like money, cash right away, because I always say you have to build trust with men before they're willingly going to send you cash. So in the beginning, you want to take things like, you know, like a $500 gift card to get a massage. You want to take him paying for your nails. You want to take him to Sephora and make him spend $500, $700 on Sephora products. You just want to test how much he likes you, because if a man likes you, you take him to Sephora and you're like picking out products and it comes to $500, he's gonna buy that for you. But if that man stands there and waits for you to pay for that stuff, he don't like you. So that's what I would start doing after the second date. That's his generosity level and what he's willing to do for you. What would Coco do if your friend bought an obvious fake Hermes bag and is claiming it's real? I would let her do her. I would let her do her. If you're aware of it, it doesn't hurt you. It's not you that has to walk around with the bag. And I would just let them be. If you know that it's fake and they know that it's fake, I don't know if she told you that it was fake. Maybe she's pretending to you that it's real. See, that's where I would kind of feel a little weird if she's pretending to me that it's real. Because I'm all for people buying fake bags, but like, don't buy a fake bag and then try to tell me that the bag is real when you know it's fake. What would Coco do if he pays for everything but lives in Dubai? Would you move out of the country to chase the bag? Unless that man's a billionaire, personally, for me, I wouldn't. I would not move out of the country with a man unless I was married to that man and it's set in stone that he's taking care of me and everything is perfect. I would not move out of state for a man before I move out of the country. So, like I said, he would have to be like a billionaire and then we would have to be married, because other than that, I don't think I would have to like give up living close to my family, siblings, everybody. Like, no, I wouldn't. What would you do if you went on 2 dates and both of them called you a nice girl? I would start acting like a bitch. They should not think that you're nice. They think you're nice because you probably have not let them know what your requirements are and what your boundaries are. No man is ever going to think you're a nice girl if you actually set boundaries and let your expectations be known. Men don't like nice girls. They like bitch. Oh, that's a good one. I have a man who pays all of my bills, but he only makes $105,000 annually. I want to experience a luxury lifestyle and see the world, but I'm a little afraid to leave him because he's really good to me. Should I sneak and freestyle to find a man with money or stay loyal? What did Shira 7 say? cheat and don't tell anybody. $100K a year is not enough money for a luxury lifestyle. So there are two things that you need to kind of decide here. Do you love him enough to be in that relationship and not cheat on him and not want more and not envy women that have more? And are you willing to let go of the enviness of wanting more? Because you're never going to be in a happy relationship if you're unhappy with what he is providing for you and you're not willing to do the work to remain happy in that relationship. If you're always going to be envious of women that have more, and if you're always going to wonder what could have been, then I would say walk away. And though he is nice, though he probably treats you well, like you said, but if it's not to your standards where you're going to be content and you're going to be happy forever, then I suggest you leave. It might be difficult, but you might end up in a situation where you find a man who provides more for you and gives you the lifestyle that you'll be content with. Or maybe not, and then you're gonna decide like, okay, maybe I am okay with a man making $100,000 a year. I don't need the luxury trips. I don't need the bags. I don't need the jewelry. I'm okay as long as he's paying all the bills. But if you're just gonna stick around and not even give it a try and just kind of let all that boil up in you, it's gonna turn into hatred, resentment for him, and then he's going to probably start resenting you because he's going to be like, well, you already knew that this is what I could do. You know what I mean? So personally for me, it's either cheat and don't tell nobody until you find a man that can provide more and then you leave. Or stay but be happy. Ooh, this is a long one. Coco has two provider men, 5 years and 3 years. 3 years wants to get married. We designed a house, actually, picked land together, and he just put foundation to get started. Coco lives in a house bought by provider 1 5 years ago. His kids are awful to you, but you're on the will for the 5-year relationship. He is 65. 3 years is 48, a lot more committed to move things forward. What would Coco do? Whew, I don't know. This is a difficult one. I would go with the 48-year-old guy that you've been dating for 3 years that's, bought a plot of land and you guys are building a house there, versus the 5-year relationship guy and his kids don't like you and he's 65 and you're on the will. Girl, that man's 65. He's probably not going to die till he's in his 80s, okay? And if his kids don't like you, they're probably not going to let that will slide. They might contest the will very easily. So just in my personal opinion, if you have a situation where it's less drama, but he is providing, I would go with that situation. I'm all for less drama. If there are no kids available, that's even better. No ex-wife, thank you, Jesus. I would pick that situation over a relationship where there are kids involved, an ex-wife involved, and there's drama. Just my opinion. Even if the guy who is, you've been seeing for 5 years, even if he has more money, I think for me is peace is more important than money. And if I can have peace and money, I would take that over more money and no peace. So I hope that makes sense. This person says, so I'm married, but I want a sugar daddy also. My husband has cheated in the past. Advice. If your husband has cheated in your past and you want a sugar daddy because he's not providing, baby, hit the streets. Go ahead and do you, because you don't owe him any loyalty. He cheated on you. I don't see what you need to be concerned about, especially if he cheated and he's not providing. That's crazy to me. Not only are you a dusty, but you're a dusty that cheats. That's crazy to me. Yeah, babes, if I was you, I would definitely go ahead. I would leave him, number one, and go find me a guy that can provide. But if you want to stay, I most definitely will keep me a sugar daddy on the side, because not only are you not providing for me, but then you have the audacity to cheat on me. I'm a server at an upscale bar. One of my regulars asked me out and keeps flirting with me, but he brings all his hoes there in front of me. What would Coco do? See what she can get out of him, if there is anything to get out of him. But that's it. I would not take him serious. I would not take his compliments like, oh, super flattering, because in my opinion, if he's bringing other women around you to that restaurant, he's community dick, okay? He is looking for the easiest woman that he can get. Hence why he's willing to bring these girls to the same restaurant that you work at, introduce you to them, you know, while you serve him, but then flirts with you. So he's just community dick. He's willing to get whatever he wants to get. These girls, he's probably bringing them there on the first date, not like he's been dating them for a while. So in my opinion, I wouldn't take anything he says seriously. I would get as much as I can out of him and then go about my life. Okay, this is a good one. Met this guy, I fell for him. We started planning our future and viewed my dream house together. Then I found out he had a girlfriend, asked why he didn't tell me, and ignored him for a week and some days. He said they've broken up, but he lets her use his car when she needs. He said I was wrong for cutting him off. We barely talk now. What would Coco do? Girl, keep his number blocked. What do you mean he still lets his ex-girlfriend lend his car when she needs it? No. I'm not trying to be in no relationship with a man who's tangled up with his ex. It just doesn't work for me. Like, if I'm clear of anything with my exes, you need to be clear of everything with your exes too. So yeah, no, I would not trust anything that comes out of his mouth based on that relationship with that woman, because if she's still borrowing his car and he's letting her use it, they still have something going on there. I just personally would not trust it, girl. And you had every right to block his number or stop talking to him or ignore him. And if I was you, I would verbatim tell him, like, when you are done with her completely, then give me a call. You know what I'm saying? Until then, I'm going to keep you at an arm's length, okay? And I'm going to date other people. I'm not saying that cut him off completely, but just know that he still has some entanglements with this woman. And the best thing for you to do is to keep your options open. When a man has so much all together with another woman, you can't just give your all completely. It's not safe for you. And it's just not the smartest thing to do. Don't give your all to a man who hasn't given you his all. Simple as that. My boyfriend decided to be cheap and not order anything when my family went to the Four Seasons for dinner. Your boyfriend's a cheap man. He don't like you and he don't like your family. So you should probably break up with him. Or maybe he just didn't have the money. And so then it's up to you to decide. If he doesn't have the money to be able to treat me and my family to dinner, then maybe he's not the man for me. Or you can explain to your family that he just doesn't have the money and his expectation is not to provide for you and feed your family as well. Which, in my opinion, like, once in a while, yeah, a man should be able to take you, your mother, your siblings out to dinner and pay for the freaking dinner. Like, that's just basic common sense, in my opinion. This one's crazy. What would Coco do if your ex-boyfriend FaceTimed you showing off his new girl? Girl, hang up the phone and block him. Or probably say something shady and mean to cause a fight between them. Because why would you FaceTime me and show me your girlfriend? Like, what's, like, what, you wanted us to have a conversation? Because we can have a conversation, but the conversation is not going to be anything positive about you. So I would definitely probably be shady and say something that would cause a fight between them. But that's just me, because, like, why are you calling me and you have your girlfriend on the phone? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, weren't you just with me last night? You was just in my bed last night. You was just texting me last night telling me how much you miss me. But now you're with her? Wow, so that's what we're doing? Like, I would come up with some crazy lies. Like, wow, you were just gonna fly me to Miami like a week ago. Like, you bought me the flight and everything. Like, wow, this is what we're doing now. You're calling me with her on the phone. Like, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys would like to see more of What Would Coco Do videos. Obviously, a lot of these are anonymous. I'm not just like putting people's information out there. So you can always ask me these or send me these via DM anonymously, and I will, you know, try to do another video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in my next video. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Birkin Coco. You know how to spell Birkin, you know how to spell Coco. Follow me on TikTok. Go on a one-phone call with me. Subscribe to my website. All the links are down in the description. Love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Policemen, they come around and I run. It's for Eric, you love when I share it. Let's talk about Frankie, I love when he spank me. You know what I'm on. Cheers for Gerald, I'm